Greetings my dears in love and light. Nikki Sutton here. Now the question I'm asking today is, now that I'm a light worker, what now? Now a lot of people ask me this question. They realise that they're a light worker, so that's some soul that's come here and incarnated on earth, potentially for the purpose of light working, spreading the light, raising the vibration, doing some good, trying to transform the system here, society here, into something new. There's a remembering of where they came from, of what it was like there, a social memory complex where everyone worked together in harmony. There was no money probably, and social systems were integrated. People worked together for the benefit of all. It wasn't all work, work, work to survive. You were able to do wonderful things with your life, have fun, explore, and you weren't slaves in a system, and so on. But anyway, there's a remembering of this, and we come to this planet in order to help others awaken, be kind to others, raise the vibration. Now, when people wonder, well, I'm a light worker, what now? Here are 5 points to help you on your way to knowing what to do. So number 1 on things that light workers can do now is to upload to the mass consciousness. You can affect the mass consciousness. Now we know about the meditation effect. There's been more than 50 studies done on the meditation effect, where groups of people, you get a few thousand people together, it doesn't even have to be that many, and they will affect the global mass consciousness. Even a few hundred people together can affect local crime rates in a city and have them dropping by 17 to 20%. Now that's people's thought of love and peace, peacefulness for a meditation, going into the mass consciousness of this planet, which we're all plugged into. We're all part of this one consciousness. And as a light worker, this is the biggest job you can do, is to upload positive vibes to the mass consciousness. Now, it sounds new age. It sounds silly. It sounds like fairy stories, but you and I know that there's more to this reality than those sleepers realise. You intuitively know there's a mass consciousness and that you can affect it. And even those that are still sleeping, those who are unawakened to the true nature of reality, they're plugged into the mass consciousness too. And this is one way that awakenings happen. You can help awaken others by doing things like meditation with the intent of affecting the mass consciousness. Now there's a weekly Sunday Ascension meditation, and I'll leave a link in the description to that. And on that Facebook page they also organise other meditations, often daily, especially when there's big events going on that are somewhat negative, so that we can offset them. Now I ask you to come together and meditate. And if we do it all at the same time, we all come together, this is one way we can do it, and it's very real and it's proven by science, although most scientists like to ignore it. Many of them are atheists even, and wouldn't want to think outside the box and be ridiculed for it, but it's proven. The best thing we can do is come together and meditate on these things and try and offset it. And that will actually really annoy that satanic cabal. It's we can be a spread out global unity, love force, love and peace force, offsetting things that are going on this planet. This is a very important thing that you can do. Okay, so number 2 on things that you can do to help affect the mass consciousness is lead by example. Okay, so that might seem like, oh, I'm not doing too much. But imagine if everyone was leading by example. Imagine if everyone was working on their egos, doing inner work and feeling better. Imagine if everyone was walking around feeling like a lovely calm pond, feeling inner peace and letting that love for everyone and everything grow and blossom, just like it's supposed to do as we ascend into the 4th density. That green ray, that heart chakra is opening up. Imagine if everyone was like that. So by leading by example, people want some of what you've got. Oh wow, he or she is so chilled out. They're taking everything in their stride, and yet they're manifesting wonderful things too, effortlessly. Imagine if we were all like that. And the way to do that is to make that the done thing, to work on these things. Just like trends sweep the masses, or it becomes socially unacceptable to be smoking or something, or things that become the norm. It can become the norm to practice meditation, do inner work, be a spiritual person, be awakened, or just walk around in a state of pretty much bliss, if you can get there. And that can become the norm. So by leading by example, we can create a mass change in attitude in that way. Also, we can lead by example in other ways, by questioning more and not complying more. So where the system has a hold on us, instead of complying all the time, we can do things like asking questions. Let's say we're in the bank and we're getting charged for something like our overdraft. Don't just take it and think, oh. You should question it, because other people around you in the bank might hear you question it. The cashier will, get more used to people questioning it, and maybe tell their superiors, and it becomes the norm to not have to put up with these things. In addition to that, you can move your buying power as well. I recently did a video on aluminum in deodorant. Now, if people switch their buying power from negative products to positive ones, those companies will grow and the negative ones will shrink. So, you may feel like you're not making a difference by shifting your buying power, but if everyone did that, and you can lead by example by doing that. Okay, so number three, and what you can do now as a light worker, is being content and satisfied with your role. Now, what I mean by that is that many people say to me, what can I do? I feel like I'm not making enough of a difference. I feel like I'm a light worker, but I'm not making any difference. Let me tell you something. Okay, I may have worked for several years to have a YouTube channel where I have a few thousand watches and a few million views, etc. And not everyone has that. Not everyone has a big social media account on Facebook or they're on TV or anything like that to do with anything like this. You may just have friends and family around you who listen, or the people that are on your social media. But do you know what? Just listen to this. If you affect, even in just your lifetime, you affect 2 people, and you help plant a seed of thought in 2 people's minds about the nature of reality, or the true nature of self, or where happiness can be found, which is within, not out there. It's in here. It's in your heart. It's within you. It's a choice. Just seeds of thought like that. If you change those people's minds, 2 people, down the line they might go on and each affect another 2 people, and those might each affect another 2 people or more. They might affect 10 people. They might affect 20 people. Now, those people that you've changed their minds in some way, I'm not saying go and brainwash anyone, I'm saying just drop a little hint here and there. It grows exponentially. So you may not have an audience in front of you right now, but down the line, you're affecting the timeline. It's growing, the thoughts, you're affecting thousands of people down the line. You're affecting this reality. You just can't see immediate results, but the results are there. Forward. So, be content in what you're doing, because you're affecting more people than you realise. And number 4 on things that light workers can do right now is people say to me, okay, I feel like I need a purpose now that I'm a light worker. Now, you don't need to have a purpose. I mean, you're walking past people and they might intersect with your aura, your electromagnetic field. And on a subconscious level, they pick up stuff from you. You trigger them subconsciously, just like we're triggered by the mass consciousness subconsciously, or triggered by entities and dreams. You walk past them and something rubs off on them energetically. And that's very real. That's happening to people. It's proven that we communicate by our electromagnetic fields intersecting. Please see my video on the human electromagnetic field, where I cite lots of research on where the human electromagnetic field, it happens, it creates communication between us. Now, you can be creating communication with people you don't even know as you're walking past them. So that's one thing, that's one purpose that you're here to do that you don't even know about. But if you want a purpose, what I always say to people is think about what makes your heart sing. Now, I never thought I could make a living out of what I do. I wanted to help people realise the nature of reality and realise the true nature of self. That's my goal and aim. And I never thought that would, put food on the table for me and my children. But it does. It makes a modest living for me. So here we go. Same with you. What makes your heart sing? Now, even if it's just a pastime for you, even if you have a 9 to 5, that thing that makes your heart sing can be outside of work, can be a wonderful release for you. Let your hair down, do that thing you love. Now, it may be teaching, let's say, helping raise the vibration by informing others of your skills and knowledge. It could be teaching kids, it could be teaching an activity. As well as that, you could do charity work and helping others, or you could volunteer in an old people's home, or volunteer with any groups that need help and assistance. You can do some kind of alternative work or healing. You could do energy healing, or helping others overcome sadness and depression through some kind of counselling. There's lots of other things you can do, like alternative media. You can make videos or start a blog or do a bit of journalism. Whatever you love to do. Do I love writing? Okay, how can I use my writing? I love exercising. Okay, how can I encourage others to eat more healthily and live more healthily? Now, this may just sound like pretty silly things, but imagine a new reality, one where we weren't trapped in this system. We're going to need these people. We're going to need this way of doing things. You might want to work in healthcare and help people treat the causes of ailments rather than just treating the symptoms of drugs. Now, we're going to need people like that in the new reality. We're all going to move forward. It may be that in this system we can't make a lot of money from these pastimes, but as we know, it's not all about money. And money isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it causes a pyramid in our society. But in the new reality, there won't be money. People will work towards a better society just because they want to. And we take turns doing the shitty, crappy jobs. And then we do jobs that we specialise in. And then we have lots of free time. And society can exist like that on a resource-based society, not a financially based one. Now, we're going to need people who have all these skills, and whatever makes your heart sing, whatever you enjoy, go for that. And look into it, learn about it, give it a go, and see what comes of it. And remember, you're manifesting skills. If you believe you can take something forward, you will. If you imagine you will, and have emotions about it, feeling good about it, that's exactly what you'll manifest. So, you've got a purpose. We're all needed in the new reality. You don't need to have a purpose. If you feel like you want one, that thing that makes your heart sing. Or if you can't think of anything, go and start looking up online. Explore online the things that you can do. Right, number 5 on things that a Lightworker can do right now is to combat the darkness with light. Now, when you come upon some darkness, let's say someone is sad, someone is angry, and they're taking it out on you. If you're angry back at them, it gets worse, doesn't it? If someone's sad and you're sad back at them, they'll be more sad. You're positive and helpful, it cancels out. If someone's angry at you and moody and grumpy, if you're kind and understanding and helpful and just friendly with them, they'll tone it down, won't they? Can you see how it cancels out? Now, on a bigger scale, we've got the satanic cabal ruling our planet. So we need to cancel that out with positivity. Because they feed off fear. They're powerful because of our fear and our compliance. Now we can change all that with positivity. Instead of feeling the fear, we just feel love. And we move forward in love and understanding. Then they can't feed off our fear anymore, can they? And control us anymore. So don't be afraid of the darkness, because you're full of light. And that's another main message to you. You're a light worker, which means you're full of light. So don't be afraid of the darkness. Move forward in that light and cancel out the darkness. Do your ego work, do your inner work, and you'll find it much easier. And then you just sail forward in life. It can take a while. It can take a couple of years after your spiritual awakening, if you've had a big one, to feel better. But as you get down that path, you start to experience some bliss. And with that bliss, you're full of light, and you can cancel out the darkness as the light worker that you are. So don't forget to click subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and that bell button to get notifications to receive regular spiritual inspiration on your journey through life. Like and share also, because we're raising the mass vibration together. So go now, in love and peace.